so it's really scary. All right, ma'am. You mentioned that you did witness the accident here of what happened.
Yes.
What was the first thing you saw?
The first thing I saw, well, I was waiting for the bus, and I saw this gentleman with the walker. He was coming.
A walker.
A walker. A walker.
How old would you say he was?
Oh, he was older than me, elderly man. You know, I can't. But he wasn't. He seemed to be an invalid in a way. I don't know if that's the right word to use, but
Sorry, what's the word you used?
Forget it. This, you're going to change this? No, this is not. He was using a walker, so obviously, and he was bent over, so he had a problem walking, and he was walking slow, and I was standing by the bus stop, and I saw him coming from where the cap is, and he was walking very slow. And I saw that there were two trucks here.
There were two trucks, not just one.
Well, I was looking at the first one, because I saw him cross the street, and I saw him inch towards the truck, and I saw that the light was going to change any minute, and I kind of yelled, because I screamed, actually.
The light for the vehicles or the pedestrians?
The light was red. The light for the vehicles changed to green. I saw, the truck is so big that I saw the red hand go up.
For the pedestrians or the vehicle?
For the pedestrian.
Pedestrians, okay.
But I screamed, but he just kept walking. I mean, and the truck didn't see him and just went right over him.
Oh, wow. So as the red light for the pedestrians flashed, he continued to walk with his walker across the street.
Yeah, he wasn't paying attention. I guess he didn't hear. He was really, you know, had a disability, and whether he could hear, I don't know. He just kept walking, and I screamed, but it went right over him. I saw the truck go right over him.
And did you call 911 or did somebody else?
No, it was somebody else did. There were people with phones here. I was too distraught. I never saw anything like it. I'll never forget it. I will never forget it. It was horrible.
Who would you say arrived first? Police, ambulance, fire truck?
Oh, everybody came. The police, I think, first, and the fire truck was last, but they came right away.
And how did he appear, his condition? Was he breathing at all? Anything like that?
God, no. He was, first of all, he had his back to me. He was out. I mean, he didn't even move. I thought he was, I couldn't imagine, I didn't know what condition he was. He just, all I kept thinking was, poor man.
Did you notice any CPR by the ambulance personnel at all?
Oh, I didn't watch that. I was distraught by that time, and I didn't watch anything. I couldn't. I don't know. I'll never forget it. That's all I can say. So.
Anything else you'd like to add, ma'am?
No. What else could I add? Except that, you know, everybody came fast. That's all I could say. I mean, and the truck driver, I feel sorry for him because I'm sure he didn't see him. It's a big, you know, van. He couldn't have seen him.
And did you say, would you like to give your name or not?
Oh, it's okay. My name is Linda, that's it.
And do you live in Bensonhurst, Bay Ridge, or anything like that?
I live in Staten Island. I can't be
Staten Island?
Yeah.
And you're just shopping?
Shopping.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And,
thanks again, ma'am. Really appreciate it.
Sorry. Thank you.
All right, sir. So what were you doing in the neighborhood when you witnessed or heard about what happened?
I was actually working at the store.
Okay, so you work right here in what neighborhood is this, by the way?
Bensonhurst.
Bensonhurst?
Yes.
And how did you hear about it, or did you see anything?
I was in the middle of working, and then I just saw this old lady just start screaming, and I tried to approach her, but this happened outside the store. So I tried to approach what happened, and all I see, everyone was gathering, and there was a guy right underneath the truck. So
how old did that guy look that was underneath the truck?
I actually thought it was a man, but then I was told that it was an old guy in a walker. So, yeah.
And how fast would you say police, EMS, or firefighters arrived?
They came in within like 5 minutes. They were pretty quick.
Okay.
5 to 10 minutes.
Who arrived first?
EMS, firefighters, yes.
Okay.
Before the cops, yeah.
Was he pinned under the truck or trapped underneath of the truck?
Well, I heard that he was underneath the truck, like pinned right underneath the wheel actually. But I saw it after when the truck was moving backwards. So when they were trying to take him out.
How did his condition appear? Did he appear conscious and alert?
He was trying to
breathing at all?
move. Yeah, he was trying to move. He was still alive, but I was on the Citizen app. It said that his injuries are life-threatening.
So did you see movement? And
Yes,
he was
I did.
breathing.
Yes.
Did you see any CPR by EMS or anything like that?
Yeah, they came. They took him quickly out of the truck. I heard they had to rip up the clothes out, so that's why he was shirtless, and they took him out in the stretcher.
Did you see any CPR, any compressions on the
I
chest,
don't think so.
stuff
No, I
like
didn't
that?
see that. No, I didn't see that part.
Did the driver of the truck remain on scene by any chance?
Yes, he did. He was right outside of the truck. Yeah.
How did he appear?
He was kind of shocked and pretty worried, scared.
Did he appear intoxicated or
No,
under the influence
no.
or anything like that? So driver did not appear intoxicated or anything like
No, not at all.
that? Okay. And anything else you'd like to add? How often do you see people getting hit by vehicles in this?
Not as often. No, in this neighborhood, this is the first time.
First time.
But like in general, not as often. No, kind of rare.
How many older folks do you see, perhaps with walkers, walking around, crossing the street, stuff like that?
Many times. Yes.
Anything else you'd like to add?
No, not at all. That's it.
And would you like to give your name, first name, last name?
Jordy Flores.
And can you spell it?
Jhordy. That's my first name. Last name Flores.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
I really only heard, I was about half a block that way. Really all I heard was some screaming and yelling and maybe some screeching from the truck braking. That's about it. I didn't
When
see
you
much.
first heard that screaming, what went through your head? What do you think it was without actually seeing it?
I mean, I could see in the distance, and when I heard this screeching, I mean, I could hear the truck braking and knew it wasn't good. It's actually the second time in the last week, I think, that I've seen someone get hit by a car, actually.
Wow.
I think last week in Manhattan. So the worst kind of automatically shot to my head, and I could see off in the distance. It was an intersection, and unfortunately, I saw the walker in the middle of the street.
So it was an individual with a walker. You said crossing the street?
Yeah, it looked like she was crossing the street. Yeah,
Do you know if it was a male or a female?
I have no idea, to be honest.
How fast would you say responders arrived?
Pretty fast. Maybe definitely within 5 minutes. I'd say it was pretty fast.
How did the victim appear? The condition, breathing and conscious at all?
Didn't see them moving at all, so it didn't look good. But all I could see were some cuts on the leg. Didn't look too bad, but I didn't see the victim moving at all, and obviously took him off in the stretcher, and that's about all I saw.
Any CPR by the ambulance personnel?
Not that I saw.
No
But
CPR?
I wasn't staring the whole time.
Okay. Did the driver of the truck remain on scene at all?
He did.
He did?
He did.
Okay.
Yep.
And how did he appear? Did he appear intoxicated at all?
No. No, not at all. He stayed in the driver's seat for a little bit, and then maybe got out about 10 minutes later. From what I overheard, it was green light.
The driver had it or the pedestrian?
From what I overheard, it sounded like the driver might have had it, and that's about it. But he didn't seem drunk or anything like that. Just kind of in shock.
You mentioned you've seen it recently as well in the city. Where was that at, by the way?
It was in the East Village, and it was a skateboarder who got hit by a car. So it's scary out here, and I didn't see that happen. I was further away from that incident. But even if it was a green light, it's scary out here, and even if it's a green light, driver's got to be more aware.
And are you a pedestrian or a driver? Are you a pedestrian or a driver?
I'm a pedestrian.
How does it make you feel as a pedestrian? Seeing 2 pedestrians struck in a row recently.
It's scary, I mean, it's really made me think about me being more aware as I walk through the city. I mean, I'm constantly texting it on my phone and whatnot, and I'm looking down all the time. And you look around, and everyone's kind of doing the same. And a lot of times when I'm crossing streets, I'm guilty to not looking if cars are even coming to a halt at a red light, and I'm just looking at the whether I have the welcome sign or not. And that's a habit that I'm gonna have to.
And even if you have the green light, you still got vehicles making turns, right?
100%, yeah. So it's seeing all this is scary, and it's gonna make me more aware hopefully.
Anything else you'd like to add?
No, I just hope the victim is okay.
Would you like to give your name, first name, last name?
Jason Calvin.
Can you spell it?
Jasonkalvin.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Just came from school, or?
Yeah.
And what did you notice at this particular intersection?
I've noticed that there's a lot of police trucks and someone got hurt.
How did that person get hurt?
He got hit by a truck.
Garbage truck? And what was the first thing that went through your mind as soon as you heard that?
It's devastating, sad. Something so close to my school especially. And sad that had to happen.
And what intersection is this?
21st Avenue?
And what neighborhood?
At Bayfront.
Neighborhood?
Neighborhood?
Bensonhurst, right? So how often do you see vehicles, or much less garbage trucks, hitting pedestrians in this neighborhood?
Very often, but this is surprising to me.
Anything else you'd like to add?
No.
Did you see the driver staying on scene at all, or did you?
Yeah, I've seen.
He remained on scene. He didn't run away or anything like that. Okay. And that's all you want to say? Excellent. Would you like to give your name, first name, last name?
Sarah Chaudhry.
And can you spell it?
SAIRACHAUD.
Thank you very much. Oh,
Okay.
sorry. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
How long were you guys here? An hour?
Not my family.
Are you still happy?
No.